Today we'll be finding the perimeter of rectangles. Now just a reminder that by perimeter we mean the distance around the shape. So basically you're adding up all the lengths of that polygon. And a rectangle looks like this. A rectangle looks like this. It's a parallelogram where all of its angles are 90 degrees. These are all 90 degrees. Okay, so this is a rectangle, and one characteristic about rectangle is that the opposite sides are equal. This is actually also true for parallelograms, but we'll be focusing on rectangles here. So this length right here is the same as this length right here. And this length right here is the same as this length right here. Okay, that's one of the characteristics for rectangles. So when we're finding the perimeter of a rectangle, let's say that this side is 10 centimeters and this side is 6 centimeters. We don't know what this side and this side are. Right? When we find the perimeter, we need to add up. Let me use a different color here to notate that. Okay, so we need to add up all the numbers together, right, to get the perimeter. But right now we don't know what these numbers are. Okay, but we can use the characteristic of rectangles that this side right here is the same as this side right here. The red sides are the same. So that means this side is also going to be 6 centimeters. This side is going to be 6 centimeters. And similarly, this side, the blue side here, is the same as the blue side here. So this side is going to be 10 centimeters. Okay, so now you can find the perimeter of this rectangle. You just do 10 plus 6 plus 10 plus 6, and you're going to get 32 centimeters if you add them all together. Okay, now you're going to see a pattern here because rectangles have two of the same sides. This side and this side are the same, and this side and this side are the same. So if you see on the right here, we have 2 10s and 2 6s. Right? So another way of writing this could be there are 2 10s, so we can do 2 times 10. There are 2 10s plus there are 2 6s, 2 times 6. And in fact, if you do it this way, so this right here is the blue side, or are the blue sides, the 2 blue sides. There are 2 blue sides here, so that's why we're doing 2 times 10. And this is 2 times 6. There are 2 6s. And if you do it this way, you're going to get the same answer. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 6 is 12. So if you add those two, you're going to get 32 centimeters. Okay, so now this method right here gives us the formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. Now you don't need to memorize this formula, but sometimes it makes it a bit easier. But I think sometimes it's better not to use the formula to understand the concept, but I'll just introduce you to the formula here. So to find the perimeter of a rectangle, you have to do 2 times the length plus 2 times the W. Okay, by the length, we mean the longer side. So in this case, the blue side. These are the length. Okay, and there are two blue sides, right? That's what we're doing times 2. There's one blue side here and one blue side up there. and the width is the shorter side. In this case, it was 6. And also, there are 2 of those shorter sides. 2 times, so that's why we're doing 2 times W. So this, in fact, is the formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. So let's try and find the perimeter of another rectangle here. Let me erase part on the left and this part. Oops. I'll rewrite the formula up there. Okay, so the formula is the perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the W. All right, so we have, say we have a rectangle. This is a rectangle, and this side is 12 meters, and this side is 7 meters. What is the perimeter of this rectangle? And there are 2 ways that you can do this. You can either use the formula, or you can just add up all the sides. You'll get the same answer. So let's try both ways. So the first way is to recognize, oh, because this side is 12, actually let me use blue since I used blue for L last time. This side is 12, this side also must be 12, because the opposite sides have to be equal. And this side is 7, that means this side also has to be 7. And then you can just add up all the sides. So 12 plus 7 plus 12 plus 7. Okay, that's going to be 19 plus 19 plus 19, which is 36 meters. Oh, sorry, 38 meters. Okay, so you can do it this way, or you can use the formula that we have up here. This formula, perimeter equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. In this case, I've said that L is the longer side. Okay, L is the longer side, so that means L is going to be 12. And W is the shorter side, so W is going to be 7. So the perimeter is going to be 2 times 12 plus 2 times 7. Okay, and then you calculate, you do the multiplication first. So 2 times 12 is 24, plus 2 times 7 is 14. And again, you get 38 meters. You get the same answer as you did before. Okay, so you can either write out all the sides and add them all up and get 38 like this, or you can use the formula. If you can remember the formula, you can use the formula. But even if you are using the formula, don't forget the concept. Okay, the concept is that you're adding up all the sides of the rectangle to find the perimeter. And the reason you're multiplying by 2 for both sides is because there are 2 of the same sides. This side and this side are the same, and this side and this side are the same. Okay, let's do one last problem. And this time, I'm not going to draw the rectangle, but instead I'm just going to say what the length and the width are. Okay, so let's say we have a rectangle where the length is 15 kilometers and the width is 3 kilometers. What is the perimeter of this rectangle? And in this case, I guess it's much easier to use the formula, since you can just put 15 where L is here and 3 where W is here. Okay, you can do it like that. So P equals 2 times 15, L is 15, plus 2 times 3, W is 3. When you do it like this, please don't do the addition first. Okay, remember the order of operations. You have to do the multiplication first, like this. Okay, so 2 times 15 is 30. 2 times 3 is 6. So the perimeter, you get 36 kilometers. You can use the formula to solve like that, or I actually encourage you to do it this way because I think it's easier for you to understand the concept. I encourage you to draw out this triangle, although it's going to be a little bit more work than using the formula, and just deduce what the length and the width are. Actually, you know what the length and the width are. Assign numbers to each of the sides here. So the longer side is 15, right? So that means that's 15. And the opposite side is also going to be 15. Width is 3 over here, 3 over here. And you can just add up all the sides. And when you add, you can actually, instead of doing 3 plus 15 plus 3 plus 15, you can add like this way first and then that way, if it's a bit easier. So 15 plus 15 plus 3 plus 3, you're going to get the same answer. 15 plus 15 is 30. 3 plus 3 is 6. So 30 plus 6, you're going to get 36 kilometers. So you get the same answer. Okay, so this way is using the formula. This way, you're drawing out the shape. Even if you are using the formula, you need to be able to draw out the shape. I want you to understand the concept of finding the perimeter of rectangles.